Sky got blown out by the same team. Can the Chicago Sky pull out a win today against a team they just weren't matched up well against last game? We'll talk about it all and more right after this.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, Haize.
What's going on, Sky fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. I'm the host here, Haize. Stevo is going to be joining us here in a second. And the Chicago Sky are taking on the Phoenix Mercury again today, hoping that they're going to be able to get a revenge game in against a team that beat them by 20 points. What's up, son? I love you too. You came down here to tell me you love me? Give me a hug. You just going to tell me you love me with no hug? I'll let you, dude. All right. You good? Gotta get ready to get in bed. School night. Yeah. All right. What time is it? It's not 8:05. All right. Love you. Shower time. Yep. Wash your ass. Anyway, the Chicago Sky are taking on the Phoenix Mercury today, man. And so, this is a team that, the Sky are going to have to be prepared. Kalia Copper's, the second leading scorer, I believe, in the WNBA. In the Sky, hopefully having Kennedy Carter back in any shape, form, or fashion helps kind of ease some of that scoring load. And then on top of, like, Rachel Banham scored really well in the last game. We had a nice balanced attack scoring wise. And that's how this Chicago Sky team is going to have to be able to match up with teams, especially other teams that have high-powered offenses. They're going to have to lock in. And let's hope that the Sky are prepared to do that, man. If not, they're gonna have to be defensively prepared. And so, especially when you have the firepower that this Phoenix Mercury team has. You have Brittany Griner, who's no slouch, nothing to overlook at all. I think Camila Cardoso learned a lot last game as far as how physical she needs to be. Now, I'm not saying that in her rookie year she's going to be prepared to be that every single night, but this is the type of game where we're going to need that physical killer again tonight. We're going to need that from Camila, and hopefully she's prepared to bring that, because if she doesn't, it puts the Sky at such a large deficit. Yes, Angel Reese plays with really good energy, rebounding the ball, putbacks, things like that. But at the end of the day, like, we still need more than just that. And Camila Cardoso has that ability to get that double-double as well, be a nice scoring threat for the Chicago Sky, and we'll see what happens with it, man. I think that ultimately this is a Sky team that has the ability to be in most games. Will they is the biggest question here. And that's what it comes down to, is will they? Are they going to be able to be locked in enough? And that's the type of thing. You got to be prepared, locked in defensively. You need Camilla, you need Angel as the anchors of that team. But then also we need to be dogs on defense out on the perimeter as well. Dana Evans played really good defense throughout that game in the win last night, and we're going to need that again tonight from Dana Evans. So overall, just throughout this whole team, we just need something, man. Let's see. Bulls Daily in the building says this is Camilla half of the season. Yeah, I mean it is. And so, and I get it. Not that I agree with it, but you see some Sky fans that talk shit about Camilla, and they say things like, "Oh, well, why was she drafted third overall?" Things like that. Like, it's not always linear for every rookie, right? Some rookies come in and they have hard times acclimating. That is, why me and Stevo thought that Elizabeth Williams may be the starter out there, right, this season. So, when it comes down to it, Camilla's going to grow over time, and she's a hell of a prospect, a hell of a player, and she's going to just continue to grow, as we know that she can, man. And that's what it comes down to. But let's hope that this thing just continues for the Sky, and they are just prepared for tonight. And we're going to hope that ends up being the case. Just got a text message from Stevo. He may miss the pregame tonight, so it may end up just being me tonight and the pregame, and that's perfectly fine. When you look at this Phoenix Mercury team, of course, Camila Cardoso is the one that you got to watch out for. 23.7 points per game she's averaging. She's doing that on 32 minutes, 45% shooting overall from the field, 33% shooting from three. So you need to be able to withstand the scoring punch of Camila Cardoso. But Brittany Griner still averaging 18 points per game, almost 7 rebounds per game as well, over a block and a half per game. So Brittany Griner, Kalia Copper, Diana Taurasi, we know they're the lifeblood of that team, and not even to mention Natasha Cloud. So we're going to have to be prepared. Now, outside of those 4 players, you still have a deep team. Sophie Cunningham is, as much as, especially when Kalia Copper was here with the Sky, we called her Timu Charlotte Flair. She's still a player that can hit if you let her get hot. If Sophie Cunningham gets hot on you and gets in rhythm shooting-wise, she can completely change the dynamic of the game with her shooting alone. So you need to be able to just be locked in defensively. We got to run those 3-point shooters off that line. We got to close out on 3-point shooters. And if we can do that, that's what put you in the spot where you can start, being better. And that's what we hope that is going to be. Brooklyn in the building says, hopefully we see some jump shots. I will be disappointed if I see Angel getting blocked because she's trying to score in the paint over BG. I mean, yeah, unfortunately, like that is Angel's game at this point, right? We don't see very many jump shots from Angel Reese, unfortunately. I do think that is something we're going to see a lot more from her going forward into her WNBA career. But as of right now, that's she's a player that thrives in the post, and she thrives in energy, getting putbacks, things like that. And I would like to see Angel Reese getting an offseason of working on it next season, get more opportunities to isolate, get more opportunities to take players off the dribble. Because the little bit that we've seen from it, she hasn't always converted on shots, but she can get to the teeth of the defense when you allow her to do that. We just got to it's just like I said with Camila Cardoso, it's not going to be this linear thing where you just take off to the races running and everything looks the same way. You got to put in that work. You got to prepare. You got to go through your ups and downs. And so that's something that's going to happen for this Sky team. And, in the off season, these ladies are going to get a lot of work. Camilla's going over to China, I believe, to play. We know Angel Reese is playing over in Unrivaled. And so how these ladies really grow their game is going to be important. Angelica says, hi, Sky fans. What's going on, Angelica? Glad to have you in the building. Will says, Brittany Griner finna feast on the boards. I mean, listen, I won't necessarily say that that's a foregone conclusion. Now, based off what we've seen, there is a reasonable reason why you would believe that. But let's hope that we get Killa and the Barbie really locking in. And I don't know what the status of Kennedy Carter is. I don't know how much better she's feeling. I wouldn't expect it to change too much. She's probably still going to be on a bit of a minutes restriction if I had to guess. I mean, I would love to be wrong on that. We'll see what happens. But yeah, ultimately, this is a team with talent on it. And it comes down to a lot of execution, preparation, and how you adjust. And that's something that the Sky team has to do a lot better is the way that they adjust to what teams are doing. We were doing that earlier in the season defensively. And I don't know what exactly happened as far as what we're missing and why we're missing it, but we just got to get back to, I think if we can make our identity defense again through the rest of the season, the offense will come through her. Kennedy Carter has been listed as available again, so that's good to see. That was about 47 minutes ago. So let's go. Let's keep that going. Love to see that when it comes down to it. We just need to get this dub, man. Griner don't be that good every night. Yeah, I mean that's a fact. Like Griner is susceptible to having some up and down play. That's for damn sure. BG gets lazy sometimes. Hopefully this is a lazy night. We'll see, man. We'll see. We have to put that pressure on her. We have to put that pressure on her. Mariah Jefferson should play tonight. I mean, listen, at the end of the day, like how this Sky team is trying to find their balance with all the players that they're missing. You really want everybody to get an opportunity. Like there's been nothing to me to where that bench rotation should just be set yet, right? Like we understand you have your starters, and Kennedy Carter is going to be one of those starters, maybe as soon as tonight, whenever she's back fully healthy. But outside of that, there's been nobody to produce consistently enough off the bench to where you should have a stagnant lineup coming off the bench yet. You should be able to go and see some different matchups. Who has it tonight? Who has an advantage? Who can find an advantage, right? So I would like to see Mariah Jefferson get a shot at it. I like to see, a lot of players. I like to see Breonna Turner get back in a couple of games, right? So I mean, we'll see how that develops on as we go through that as well. Mainly on defense because Reese and Camilla can't shoot. I don't know if they can't shoot. Here's the thing: we've seen them do it. Like I'm not saying that they're out there shooting a rain in threes, but we've seen Angel Reese have a nice 8 to 10 footer. Now I would love to see Angel go from 12 to 15 feet. That's where I would like to see her be at. But she has that. We just don't kind of really run that offense a little bit. Mariah, I already read that one. Mariah, is Kennedy playing? Yes, Kennedy is available tonight. She is available tonight. Haize, I heard you got that pimped. What? Where you hear that from? Brittany Griner had 9 boards. Angel had 15 last game. To be honest, Griner doesn't rebound well. She only averages 6.4 rebounds. For her size, she should be dominating the boards. To be honest, she just goes to show size doesn't always make for a better rebounder. Yeah, it's because rebounding is so much more than that. And a lot of people do think rebounding is just size. It's not. it's timing, it's anticipation, right? It's kind of and Dennis Rodman explained it the best. Some of the great rebounders, they don't know that they're doing it, but they're doing mathematics out there because they're looking at and seeing, all right, this is the angle that the ball is probably going to come off at. So like it's a lot that goes into being a great rebounder. Now you can be a good rebounder based just off size. To be a great rebounder, it's more than just being big out there. It's a lot more than that. Bree Turner Hayes. I'm just saying, listen, give everybody an opportunity. You never know who's going to have it. You never know who's going to have it. Brown Turner's had some good nights. Not with us, but it is what it is. Hope we don't let the game get up to no 10-point lead. Hey, that's a big thing for the Sky team as well. You cannot allow big leads. You can't allow big leads. Not saying they can't at all, but you get what I'm. Yeah, I definitely get what you mean. Definitely. I don't understand how Turner's still on my team. Well, again, like you already know how sports work, and it ain't as simple as, hey, you're playing bad, get off the team. It's not, especially not in the middle of the season. So it is what it is. But yeah, always excited about a Sky game. C Dub will be live on the call. We may need to try zone tonight. Cooper killed us with the Kalia Copper killed us with the drives. Yeah, but the thing is, right, is that I wouldn't mind seeing more of a zone. I think we did go that was last night. We went into the zone defense briefly. So putting that into perspective, when Angel rebounds at 6'3", it's impressive though, for real, for real. Yeah, the way that she rebounds is crazy. I was definitely about to say win. That's hilarious. I'm saying based off the minutes restriction, she didn't play last game because she's coming back from an injury. So we should have more help tonight unless she's experiencing some pain. Mariah should play. We'll see. We'll see what happens. What do we need to do, Haize, to get the win? It's simple. Defense, defense. The first thing is defense. Before anything, is the first thing is defense, because that's going to keep you from hopefully getting out to a big deficit, and also playing good defense, getting block shots like the Sky have done at times in this season, getting good rebounds that get you out in transition. And because the Sky aren't necessarily the best in a setup half court offense yet, and they probably won't be at all this season, when you can get those rebounds, when you can get the deflections, when you can get those type of things, that allows for easier offense because we're running the court. So first things first is defense. You got to lock in defensively. This team has to lock in defensively. And if they don't, it's going to be barbecue chicken out there. You got to lock in defensively. Sims and Monique become free agents. I don't know how the Sky didn't sign either one of them. I mean, listen, we don't have an open roster spot right now, so we don't have the room to sign anybody. So, that's a part into it as well. I get it. I understand. I would love to just be like, hey, we could just go sign whoever we want. But it's not that you don't have necessarily that flexibility. And had the Sky maybe kept an open roster spot, maybe that would have changed, right? We listen. Brenna Maxwell really missed the whole season, didn't she? I don't think I've heard any updates on Brenna Maxwell's injury. I know she's planning on playing overseas, but that's if she's healthy. That's crazy. I mean, hopefully Brenna Maxwell can maybe come back next season. Hopefully. Never know. Oh, wait, there's an article of the Chicago Sun. Hold on, there's an article from the Chicago Sun-Times. I did not see this. So apparently, according to the Chicago Sun-Times, the Chicago Sky were kicking around maybe signing Brenna Maxwell to a 7-day contract. Huh. I'll do a deeper dive on that before the next daily. Deeper dive on that before the next daily. How the Sky at defending the three last game against Phoenix? Oh, we're not good at defending the three at all. Yeah, we're not good at defending the three at all. Not consistently. We've had games, of course, where we defended the three pretty well. I'm gonna get the percentage on you. Give me 1 second. I believe we're towards the top of the league. Let's see. So the Chicago Sky, oh no, they only average 32%, allow 32% shooting from three, which actually puts them in a pretty good spot. Now we do allow the fourth most three-point attempts per game by opponent. So there's that. That sounds very Chicago Bull like. I'm really worried about that. Need to see Mo Jefferson tonight. She's giving Camilla and Reese easy looks to the basket. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. We got Kennedy tonight. Ain't gonna be the same. I mean, hey, we'll see what kind of minutes restriction she's on, though. We'll see. I don't know about Flat. Just a lot more pressure on her in the paint now, getting doubled. She just needs to adjust to that. First 30-point game for Reese. Listen, she scores 30 points with Brittany Griner in the paint. We'll see what happens with that one. LA looked like a top 5 point guard last game. She's good when we run. Yeah, she's good, but she's not going to be able to maintain that level. Like, you're not going to get that consistently from LA. But the games that you do are important, right? And so you do want to get out and run. Like, that's just when you're not the best offensive team and you don't have the best game plan, you don't have the best half court sets. Getting out in transition just makes things better for you. Must win a game for Sky tonight because ATL wants the playoff spot back. That doesn't make it a must win game. I mean, in that case, every game is a must win game, right? But the Atlanta Dream could very well be a much better team after this break. And so you don't want to ease up. And that's the thing with the Sky. You do not want to ease up at all. You got to keep your foot to the pedal on this one. We still have a 2-game lead over the Atlanta Dream, so that's really good. Even though they've won 2 in a row, we've won 1. But yeah, you got to keep that pressure on. You got to keep that pressure on. Kennedy Carter better start today. I won't necessarily say that. I won't necessarily say that she will, that she has to. It's more about the minutes and starting, especially if they're kind of pacing her. But I hope that she does start. I mean, let me be clear there. I do hope that she starts because we're a different offense when Kennedy's in there. With her ability to drive to the lane like she does, definitely different. Last night game, she missed lots of easy shots right in front of the basket. Who are you talking about there, Craig? Probably Angel. Yeah, she did. Kennedy doesn't have a mask on today, so good sign. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. ATL got Ryan Howard back. That's why they're doing so. I mean, listen, Howard is a dog. Period, point blank. Like that's a monster. That's a pit bull in a dress when she wears one because she's that much of a damn dog, and I mean that completely positively. Like, so it is what it is, man. Angel still winning rookie of the year. It's gonna be hard. Especially with the way that the Fever and Caitlin Clark has played post break. We'll see. We'll see. Actually like Rachel starting. I mean, last game was really good, but last game was good in part too because of the level that LA was playing at consistently. I wish they would have kept Kaiser because coach didn't utilize her properly. And she's a walking. No, she's not a walking bucket. Not in the WNBA. Kaiser is not a good WNBA player. She was good in college. She's not a good WNBA player. I'm sorry. You don't get 4 opportunities on a team, and every single team looks at you and says, "No, you can't make the roster." She wouldn't have made the roster if Brenda Maxwell didn't get hurt. Kaiser is not a walking bucket. She's not a walking bucket at all. So she's a walking smoke show, but she's definitely not a walking bucket. ATL got fully healthy, so they're looking more dangerous now. That's a fact. That's a fact. Right. It's going to be hard. Yeah. I mean, listen, the Sky are going to have to lock in. And that's what me and Stevo talked about. Out of the last 14 games, Stevo pointed it out, and I think it's legit. They got to win 9 of them. You got to win 9 of them. To absolutely lock it in. Now, something that happens, the Dreams start losing, whatever else it is. It's good that you got a 2-game buffer over them, but you got to take care of the teams that are beneath you. You just got to. You have to. Laughing my ass off. Listen, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Maxwell definitely need to come back. I mean, I searched real quick. I don't think she's healthy yet. I don't think she's been cleared yet. Cardoso need to work on her free throw and stop playing soft in the paint. I mean, she does need to play tougher, but she'll get there. She'll get there. Caitlin is a rookie year right now based on how they're both playing right now. That's a fact. That's an absolute fact. If Kaiser was a walking bucket, she would be on the team. Be for real. Exactly. Exactly. I'm just so focused on our future because the league in trouble once we get a competent point guard with consistency. Listen, I tell you what. Listen. If the Sky get a point guard, and they are one of the teams that need a legit prototypical point guard that can distribute, be an extension of the coach, shoot the 3 ball solidly. Listen, that's going to open up everybody's game. I'm not even just talking about Angel and Camilla. I'm talking about Kennedy Carter as well. With the way that Kennedy Carter moves without the ball, with the way she cuts to the basket, come on, man. Come on. It's academic at that point. Definitely CC at the moment, but the season is still far from over. The awards won't be decided now. The front runner has gone up and down multiple times. Oh, facts. That's a big fact. Haize, what happened with the Gabby situation? So I went into more detail on that on the last pre-recorded episode, the mailbag episode. So check that out. I went into pretty much detail I'm going to go on that one. The win total to draft position in the W works the same as in the NBA. Yes, to draft. Well, no, because even in lottery position, yes, but they calculate the lottery different. So every team that doesn't make the playoffs, they go in the lottery. The lottery odds, though, are dictated by your record over your last 2 seasons, not just your last season. So it can get a little bit more interesting because of that. What's the best possible scenario for the Sky second half of the season, given the Dallas pick swap in 2025? Well, keep in mind it's a pick swap if our they're not going to swap picks with us if their pick is better than ours. And right now, the Dallas Wings are trash. They're trash. They've won 3 out of their last 7. They've only won 6 games in the season. The Sky would have to damn near lose out the rest of the way for their pick to be better than the Dallas Wings. Now, it is a lottery. So let's say the Sky do get lucky. Let's say the Sky miss the playoffs. They get lucky in the lottery. They get the number 1 overall pick. Oh, Dallas is taking that. That just is what it is. So the best case scenario is that your pick is worse than Dallas's pick. That's it. You keep your own. Well, and either way, it's a swap. So they don't just take our pick and we won't have one, even though we got 2. We'll have 2 regardless. It's just that they have the right to swap that pick with us. So Camilla could literally be the next grinder. She will probably put more weight on this summer and keep developing. Her ceiling is very high. I think she has more offensive upside than Brittany Griner. I really do. And I think also with the way that Camilla can run the court like a gazelle at her size, yeah, she has more offensive upside in my opinion. Angel jumper with starter level point. We definitely could be top 5 team shooting. Only thing holding us back. We'll see. Free agents 2025 and 26 has a lot of players available because of the new CBA. So we can get better quickly if we can get the right players from free agency the next 2 years. And we have 2 draft picks in the next 2 drafts. We have 2 draft picks in 2025. We have 3 draft picks overall, but we got 2 first-round picks in 2025, two first-round picks in 2026. This Sky team is loaded, and they are ready to add talent to this team for the next few years. That just is. What's your prediction, bro? Phoenix, I don't do predictions. So for those that have been following me since I've been doing Chicago Bulls Central, I don't do predictions. That's not what I do. I talk about things that need to happen for success, but I don't do predictions on win losses because anything can go anywhere. I don't do it. The way she runs the floor is crazy. Yeah, I mean, listen, when Camilla is, and the thing is too, I don't even know if it's skill. Like I see Jeff just say the skill. Like Camilla is a skilled player. I think something that's holding Camilla back is confidence, and that she's not used to dealing with the physicality as consistently as what she's dealing with it in the WNBA. I think Camilla, you're going to see a nice from rookie season to first season leap for Camilla Cardoso because she's going to understand what she has to work on. So, I mean, let's hope that that's the case. I think it's going to be, and I have ultimate faith in Camilla Cardoso. So that's just where we sit right now. By the way, y'all, if you guys, I get it, this is Sky Central, but we are 9 subscribers away from 20,000 subscribers on Chicago Bulls Central. I know 9 of y'all got to be Bulls fans. Search Chicago Bulls Central, not Bulls Central. That's a different person. Chicago Bulls Central. Go and hit the subscribe button there. We're trying to get to 20K by the end of the night if we can. I know 9 of y'all got to be Chicago Bulls fans. Go over there and subscribe to Chicago Bulls Central, man. Then you get to hear me talk about basketball all year round. So it is what it is. Saying Camilla's going to be hell for the. Oh, yeah. Camilla's going to be a monster for over her career for the WNBA. Just watch. Kennedy Carter's back in the starting 5. The Chicago Sky just posted about a minute ago. Lindsey Allen, Kennedy Carter, Michaela Oniwerde, Angel Reese, and Camilla Cardoso are starting 5 today. We get to see that duel I've been waiting for. Kennedy against Ka. A duel. A duel, sir? A duel? So, yeah, let's hope that that's the case, man. I think it's going to be fun. Plus the facility, so Chicago is a destination. You heard how Camilla was talking about missing the city. The facilities is the icing on the cake. Facts. If players in free agency, if they weigh that they have a facility to where they can truly work on their game, they can go, they can focus. In the Sky got to get trainers in there as well. Listen, I love the aspect of that for this guy team, man. But all right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You guys are so important to me and Stevo and the growth that this channel has had. Keep in mind, this channel, before this, we have been around. This is our third season. This is the third season of Chicago Sky Central. We're not new to this, but we didn't even have 1,000 subscribers coming into this season. We're now at 5,595. That's because of y'all. That's because of y'all. So I thank you guys for all y'all support, all y'all love, the way that y'all been rocking with me and Stevo. We delivering the best and most consistent Chicago Sky focused content on the internets. We love you guys.